General overview of the film, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, we first visited the IMDb website and saw that the film received 3 Oscars and is classified as one of the top 250 movies on IMDb. The first thing that we noticed was the fact that one of the most famous actors of all time, Humphrey Bogart, starred in the film. The first source we found on him was an image that showed just how vital he was to the positive audience reception of the film. The image gives full color to Humphrey's face to make him stand out and make the film more appealing to audiences.
While watching the film, I began to notice the evident philosophical and economic themes of the movie. During my search for sources, I came across a very recent academic source titled 10 Economic Lessons from the Treasure of the Sierra Madre. Robert Walpole's, the author, highlights 10 economic principles one could learn from the movie, varying from the importance of strong property rights to how greed, one of the main themes of the movie, is detrimental to society. Another source, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, or Socrates in the Desert, compares Howard to the famous philosopher Socrates and their similar moral grounds.
When exploring the production process and genre of the film, How I Make Films, an interview with John Huston, conducted by Gideon Bachman and John Huston, was a useful source because it delved deep into Huston's creative process, revealing intimate details about the way in which Huston crafted his films. The interview also mentions Huston's adaptation of original texts into scripts.
A final detail about The Treasure of the Sierra Madre was that prior to the film, it was originally a novel. I decided to explore to find more about the author, B. Travin. The German native lived a very secretive life. In the summer of 1967, the New York Times writer Philip Shabakov interviewed Travin's wife after months of extensive searches for their whereabouts. Travin's wife mentioned he was the illegitimate son of Kaiser Wilhelm II and was part of the resistance against the Nazi Party in World War I, known as the Bavarian Republic, under the alias Ret Marut. Another source was a book review from the series Books Abroad in the winter of 1936. The publication gave Travin's first book, The Death Ship, more praise, but acknowledged Travin's ability to relate to American customs and Mexican institutions. Travin displayed great diction in his tale about 3 Americans who undergo tremendous sociological and psychological change in the search of wealth.
One of our rejected sources was We Don't Need No Stinkin' Badges, Modernist vs. Postmodernist, Kant, Foucault, Weber, Lewis, Arendt. While this article quotes the movie, this movie and the quote are only mentioned at the beginning of the article to establish a philosophical argument for modernist versus postmodernist. We as a group felt that we do not know enough about these movements and the philosophers to write about them in our annotated bibliography. Trailer and video coming soon.